So just looking back to Tuesday night against Leeds, a great night all round.
Yeah, listen, it was just our next game, so we obviously wanted to try and win it, as we do every game we play. Gave us the opportunity to give some valuable minutes to some of the lads who've, maybe not had as many minutes as they would have liked in recent weeks, as well as that opportunity just to rest one or two as well, and hopefully that'll see us be a little bit fresher, going into the York game. But no, pleasing evening, obviously to win. Clean sheet, Owen getting a hat-trick is good for his confidence, and hopefully we can keep that run going.
Yeah, I just mentioned clean sheet, hat-trick at the other end. Couldn't really ask for much more on the day.
No, I think any win to nil is generally always a good one. So yeah, probably the most pleasing thing for us was that we've managed to play reasonably well and win, and show a lot of positive signs again, whilst having rotated quite considerably. Just shows that the lads that are coming into the team are tuned into the work that we do at the training ground, day in, day out, and that obviously they're invested in what we're doing, and the direction that we're going in. And I was so pleased for many of the individuals in the team on Tuesday that they put in a good performance, that we got a good win, and obviously it sees us in, continue our 100% record in the National League Cup. So yeah, pleasing night.
Of course, back in this morning. How the lads been today?
Yeah, they've been great. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've been a little bit underwhelmed with how we've trained, to be honest, and that's obviously since I came here in July. So they deserve great credit for that, because to have that day-to-day consistency and application to your work is a really important thing to have, and we're fortunate here that we've got a good honest group of lads who they enjoy coming in every day, and they work hard, and they're coachable, they want to get better, and obviously we're in good form despite obviously the bump in the road that we had last week at Truro. We obviously won on Tuesday, and generally we're in good form. I think we've only lost one in our last 10 in all competitions, so we're in a good place as a group. That's probably reflected in just the general vibe and camaraderie around the training ground, and obviously they take that positivity and confidence into training, and hopefully we can take that into the game at the weekend.
Yeah, of course, obviously Derby Day on Saturday, but as you said, a game just as big as any other.
Yeah, and listen, some people might not like me saying that, but that's just how I'm wired. I just see every game as, I think if you want to be successful and you want to do well, then every game's equally as important. Obviously, we're well aware that it's a Yorkshire derby, and we know that York are one of the best teams in the league, and we know that there's going to be probably a bigger crowd on Saturday, and it's on DAZN. So we know all these additional factors going into this game, and I think when you play against any of the best teams in any division, you've got to be in a good level, both individually and collectively, if you're going to get a positive result. So it's a game that I know a lot of people are looking forward to, but from my perspective as the manager, and that's been echoed into the players, is it's going to be a difficult game, but it's just as important as every other game. So we'll prepare it as we do each and every other opposition that we come up against. We know that it's going to be a difficult game, but it's important that we make a good account of ourselves and ensure that it's a difficult game for York as well.
Thank you.